Hi guys, welcome back. Sorry it's been such a long time between videos. There's been a few bits and pieces going on, but we're back into it today. Today's video is about some wheels that we picked up for the AU, the FE LTD wheels, and we've tidied them up and we've popped them on the AU, and I'll show you what they look like at the end of the video. Look, just before we get into the video though, I noticed there's a few squeaks. So I was listening to some of the video that we took earlier, and I think it's just the camera case. I just use a typical iPhone. I don't have anything special for these videos, and I think the case was rubbing on the actual phone, creating a few squeaks. Apologies for that. I've learnt my lesson. I'll take the case off for videos from now on. Anyway, no further delays. Hopefully I'll get a bit more content out in the next few weeks, and in the meantime, enjoy the video. Thanks. Well, hi guys, you can see here these wheels. Edward's got them off, we think they're an LTD wheel. They look a bit like a centerline to me, but they're supposedly standard Ford for the long wheelbase luxury vehicles, LTD or Fairlane. He's already got the Tickfords on the AU, but bought these fairly cheap. Now they're quite pitted. The clear coat's a bit of a mess. The plan is get them cleaned up, and we might put them on the AU and see how they look. Don't have center caps. We've got to try and track down some center caps, but the first thing today is to clean them. So what are you going to hit them with, Edward? A bit of brake cleaner or paint?
Cleaner and then paint stripper and then sand and polish.
Righto, wheel cleaner, brake, paint stripper, and then we'll polish them up. Righto, give it a go, Edward. Get into it. That's just normal wheel cleaner. Yeah. I think you'll have to get the paint stripper onto it, but is this the one that turns purple with the oxides or something?
Yeah.
Alright, we might come back to this in a minute. Alright, you can see it's starting to go a bit purple in there, just reacting with the, I think it's reacting with any iron particles. I think that's what that stuff does. As expected, that's not getting much off that wheel cleaner. It's just getting the oxides out, or whatever it is that it does. I think that once we get the paint stripper on it, we'll get that clear coat. I'll get this peeling sections off, and then it'll really be down to the sanding, which will improve it. Do you want to get all the brake dust off the back now before you do the stripper?
Yeah.
All right. Got it? I'm just getting some of it off. Not all of them off, but doing this. Alright, cleaned up well. They look a lot cleaner.
Do you reckon it matters if it hits the rubber?
Probably not. Have you got a scraper in there to scrape it up?
No, I'm just going to hose it off.
Might have to scrape it, I think. Anyway, I've got a paint scraper in there I'll grab. I don't know if it's worth even worrying about too much in there. I'd be just getting the surface. Where that, I'd be mainly concentrating on the bits, on the rim and that lip. Yeah, where it's already started to peel. Alright, we'll come back to this in an hour after it's finished, or finished reacting. It looks like it's blistering up. Just get the scraper.
Oh yeah, it's on something.
Yeah, I think you're still going to have to sand these fairly heavily, but it'll get that loose stuff off. Flick that extra gunk off just onto the ground there. Alright, well that's going to take a while. We'll keep doing that and see what they look like tomorrow. Well guys, welcome back. We've got at least the loose part of the clear coat off with the paint stripper, and now I'm sanding. So I'm going to start manually sanding. I've also got a orbital sander here, but I think I'm going to have to manually sand in here. There's a few gouges here where it's been against the gutter, so I'll try and tidy that up as well. And I'll start at some fairly coarse, I think that's 80, I've got some 240 there. I'll eventually get down to some quite fine stuff, but I just need to get these heavy gouges out first, and then we'll work our way down. So I'll probably put this on time lapse and we'll see how we go. Righto, I've gone down to 2000. You can still see swirl marks in it. I'm going to probably go back to hand. The mechanical, maybe I just need to keep polishing more, I don't know. Anyway, it's definitely shinier, it's definitely smoother, but I can still see marks in it. So back, I'll keep going. I won't bother putting the rest on time lapse. I'll bring you back in when I've probably done a few more rounds of sanding. Righto guys, I'm just going to give these a bit of a buff now. I've taken them down to 2000. If I'll put a bit of a buff on this, I think they'll shine up okay. Well, that's with the coarse pad. I don't think they're looking too bad compared to what they were. I can actually see a reflection. It's a blurry reflection, but it's a reflection nonetheless. I'll grab the camera and I'll show you what they're looking like. Oops, a bit of there you go. As I said, you can see some sort of reflection in there. Not perfect. There's probably still a few sanding marks you can see if you look closely. Well, you don't even have to look closely, you can see them. Wish I had center caps. If by the end of this episode I don't have any center caps, tell me where I can get some. I think I'll probably get them off the internet somewhere, but if anyone's got any or want to sell me some, let me know. But I've only got 3 more to do, so I'll probably do the other 3 offline and I'll come back to you when all 4 are done. That might be a few days. Anyway, we'll see how we go. Thanks. Alrighto guys, several days later, the original wheel, which is this one, I've taken back. I got the wire wheel onto all of them, got all of that clear coat out. I've gone down into some of those gaps, although that's been a little bit hard. I've used the Dremel and some of the wire brush on that. These are now all being polished back with the sander to 2000, and I'm about to put some polish or cutting compound on first, and then I'll put some polish on. I also think they probably need a clear coat over the top, because aluminium, whilst it doesn't really oxidize like normal steel, it still oxidizes. So maybe a clear coat, but I want to polish them up first. If I put a clear coat on, I'm assuming I'm going to take the polish off, but a bit of grease and wax remover. So I'll be undoing a process, but that's the step. Now it's a little bit overcast, so you can't quite see how shiny they are. And to be honest with you, they're not all that shiny until I probably get the cutter onto it. So I'm going to do that next, and then we'll see how they come up. Well guys, they're all relatively shiny. You can see a bit of a reflection in each one. I'll probably give them a bit more of a polish up later. I've just sort of given them the buff at the moment and a hose off. I'll probably wait till I get them on the car and just see how they look. I'm just worried that if I get them too shiny, they might look a bit out of place in the car, but I think there's enough shine there. So we have got to the end of this episode and I still don't have the center caps. Edward thinks he's got to track down a bloke who might sell him some, maybe 2, maybe 4. Hopefully we can get all 4. And if that happens, we're home and hosed. But if not, they're going to look a little bit unusual in the car. I don't know if I'm going to finish the episode here. The car's not here at the moment. Maybe we'll throw them on in the next day or 2. And if we throw them on, I'll tag that onto the end of the episode. Otherwise, if I don't, see you later. Well, there's the finished product, guys. It's a bit wet, so they're not clean. I just tried to put some tyre shine. I was going to put some tyre shine on the tyres to make them look a bit better, but I don't think it looks too bad. It's a change from the old wheels, so I'm sure Edward will enjoy driving that around. As you can see, no center caps. Hit me up. Let me know what you got, and we can just finish this off. Thanks guys for watching. See you next time.